Morning, children. What is inside the atom? We discussed a few theories, that is J.J. Thomson theory, atomic model, and Rutherford atomic model. What is the atom? Atom is nothing but a tiniest particle is said to be atom. Matter is made up of a smallest particles known as a atoms. And when atoms are combined, it forms a molecules. It forms a molecule. See, children, here, when atom is divided into particles, they are known as subatomic particles. In that, electrons, protons and neutrons are important. Electrons are discovered by J.J. Thomson. See, children, after dividing the atoms into subatomic particles, another question arises in our mind, where we have to place electrons, protons and neutrons inside the atom. We should arrange properly. That arrangement of electrons, protons and neutrons is said to be atomic model. J.J. Thomson given one atomic model, Rutherford and Bohr, all these atomic models we are going to discuss. First model was given by J.J. Thomson. Atomic model is also known as plum pudding model or watermelon model. Why his model is said to be a watermelon? Because he compared that atom in the form of a watermelon fruit. When we cut the watermelon fruit, it is filled with a red mass. It is nothing but a positive charge, and when seeds are placed in that, they are nothing but a negative charge. Why this theory is failed? Because you are saying the red mass is a protons and seeds are electrons. From where you will get the seeds mass? From the red mass only, inside the red mass. Is it possible to say that two opposite charges from one place? No. So his theory is failed. And another theory we are going to discuss about Rutherford. Who is a Rutherford? Is a J.J. Thomson student, and 7 of J.J. Thomson students got the Nobel Prize. He himself got the Nobel Prize in physics. And 7 of his students got the Nobel Prize in physics. In 7, one of his own son is also there in that 7 students. So what he did, just he modified the J.J. Thomson model. What he took, gold foil. You can see the figure 3, a circle or a coil made up of a gold. And he exposed alpha rays. When alpha rays are passed, what you are going to observe? All the rays are penetrating, passing through that gold foil. Only one ray from the 20,000 is getting back, deflecting back. So from this, what conclusion he did? Maybe inside the atom it consisting of empty space, a large empty space. That's why whatever the rays it is sending, penetrating into it, passing through it, and one ray from the 20,000 is getting back. So while one ray from the 20,000 is getting back, deviating back, it means something may be present at the center. So that something is named as a nucleus, and it gives the mass of the atom, and it consisting of protons. At the time when he gave his model, neutrons are not yet discovered, and electrons revolve around the nucleus. So only 2 subatomic particles you have to arrange. Electrons revolve around the nucleus, and protons are present inside the nucleus, and nucleus is present at the center of the atom, which gives the mass of the atom. Clear? Next. See, you can see that all the rays, only one ray is deflecting back from the 20,000 from the center. That is said to be a nucleus. And his model is also known as nuclear model, planetary model, and alpha scattering experiment. Alpha scattering experiment. Limitations of his model. Do you observe any defect with his Rutherford model of the atom? Think of the atom like hydrogen with one electron and one proton. The electron is attracted by a proton in the nucleus, and even in a circular motion around the nucleus, the electron should be and acceleration. An accelerated charged particle moving a circular path would always radiate energy and moves here and there. Radiates energy and moves here and there. So here in this we want to check few things in the Rutherford model. That is, in Rutherford we can check about the model and what is the limitation of the Rutherford model ma. In Rutherford model he could not explain why the atom is stable. When electron is revolving, according to the classical theory of physics, any revolving particle should lose energy. When it lose energy, it should fall into the nucleus and atom must collapse. But we are saying that atom is a stable. So he could not give the correct clarification to this question. So his theory has some limitations. Limitation means up to certain extent his theory is correct. If you go deep into this, the theory is failed. So another scientist, Niels Bohr, he gave a model in 1930. And what is his model? Think of the books arranged in the shelf. They can be placed on a higher shelf or a lower shelf, but never between the shelves, restricting the path of electron inside the atom. Niels Bohr made the following postulates about the model of the atom. Postulates of the atom. What are the postulates of these? The electron revolves round the nucleus in certain discrete circular orbits of the atom. These orbits or shells are called energy levels. Electron revolve round the nucleus. In which orbits? In circular orbits. As long as electron revolves, energy is neither created nor destroyed. And these orbits are also known as shells or energy levels. According to Bohr, Niels Bohr, electron revolve round the nucleus in which orbits? In circular orbits. And the orbits are also known as shells or energy levels. While revolving in these discrete orbits, in particular orbits, the electron do not radiate energy. And this is the reason why electrons do not fall into the nucleus. When it revolves in the nucleus, electron does not radiate energy, does not increase their energy. That is the reason electron do not fall into the nucleus. That is the second observation done by the Niels Bohr. See, according to that, it is given in the figure 6, energy level of atoms. Energy levels also known as shells. Shells also known as orbits. What is the orbit? Revolving path of the electron. On particular path electron revolves. That path we'll call it as a orbit. Electrons, orbits or shells are represented by the letter K, L, M, N, or the numbers n is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. When n is equals to 1, we'll name it as a K shell. When n is equals to 2, L shell. When n is equals to 3, M shell. When n is equals to 4, L shell. Okay. Do you think that model is final model of the atom? No. He too has some drawbacks. Niels Bohr could successfully explain the properties of hydrogen atoms like the atomic spectra emitted by the hydrogen atom employing this model. But this model could not predict the spectra of atoms or ions with more than one electron. He could arrange all electrons, protons, neutrons of a hydrogen which has one electron. But he failed to arrange all the atomic spectra of higher elements. So that is a limitation and drawback of the Bohr atomic model. You might have noticed that none of the atomic models that have been studied so far are mentioned above neutrons. This is because neutrons were not discovered. Later in 1932, until Rutherford model and Bohr's time, the neutron had not been discovered. Neutron was discovered nearly 2 decades later Except hydrogen atom, the atoms of all other elements contains the neutrons. Who discovered neutrons? Chadwick. Who discovered electrons? J.J. Thomson. Who discovered protons? Rutherford. Okay. And electrons are negatively charged particles. Protons are positively charged particles. And neutrons are neutrally charged particle. It does not consist of any charge. Neutrally charged particle is a neutron. Positively charged particle is proton. Negatively charged particle is electron. So what are electrons, protons and neutrons, ma? They are the subatomic particles. They are the subatomic particles. Particles in a atoms. So they are known as subatomic particles. Clear? J.J. Thomson model is known as watermelon model. And Rutherford model is known as alpha scattering experiment or planetary model or nuclear model. Bohr atomic model is known as circular model. According to the Bohr, electron revolve around the nucleus in a circular orbits. As long as electron revolves, energy is not radiated, increase. So that is the reason why electron revolves in its own shells, energy levels. And that energy levels are represented with the letter N, and N is a natural number. When N is equals to 1, L shell. And when N is equals to 2, when N is equals to 1, K shell. When N is equals to 2, L shell. When N is equals to 3, M shell. And when N is equals to 4, N shell. Who discovered neutron? Chadwick. In which year? 1932. And Chadwick discovered a neutron. When Bohr and Rutherford, Thomson, they gave the models, they did not discussed about the neutrons because at that time neutron was not at all discovered, had not been discussed or discovered. Okay. Now comes to the information is given about the scientists. You please read the children. That is distribution of electrons in different shells. According to atomic models, electrons move around the nucleus of atom in various shells. Electron in different shells has different energies. Each shell is represented by number N, which is known as the shell number or energy index. The shell closest to the nucleus is called K shell, and the shell which is far away from the nucleus is said to be a L shell. How many electrons can be accommodated in each shell of an atom? Can particular shell has just one electron? What is the criteria to decide the number of electrons in the shell? After explaining the structure of a atom with a different models, scientists started describing distribution of electrons in different energy levels or shells. Bohr and Bury proposed the following rules for the electron distribution. Rule 1. Maximum number of electrons present in a shell is given by the formula 2n square, when n is the shell number or energy level, which is taken the values 1, 2, 3, so on. The maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in each shell is given with that formula. L shell, according to rule, when we will get L shell, ma? When n is equals to 1. So what is the rule? 2n square. So in place of n, you have to substitute 1. 1 square is 2. When you will get L shell, when n is equals to 2. 2 square is nothing but 4. 4 2s are 8. M shell, 3 square, 9. 9 2s are 18. N shell, 4 square, 16. 16 2s are 32. So by using which formula you will find the number of electrons present in each shell? With the formula 2n square. What is n? Natural number, shell number, that is. If you substitute n is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. So we will get the energy, number of electrons in particular shell. And rule 2, each shell in energy electron is further divided to subshells. The maximum number of electrons that can accommodate in each shell subshell is 8. Electrons cannot be filled in given shells unless the inner shells are occupied. So arrangement of electrons, to get arranged that we need to follow the 3 rules. What are the three rules? First, maximum number of electrons can be placed in a shells if given with the formula 2n square. An energy level or a electron shell is further divided into subshells, and each shell can accommodate 8 electrons. Electrons cannot be filled in the given shells unless the inner shells are filled. By using the three rules, we can arrange the electrons. Arrangement of electrons is said to be electronic configuration. And number of electrons present in any element or a atom, a number of protons or a electrons is known as atomic number. And atomic number is denoted with the letter Z. Atomic number is denoted with the letter Z. Clear, children? So today we revised J.J. Thomson theory, Rutherford, Bohr, and arrangement of electrons in the shell. Capacity of each shell can be found with the formula 2n square. What is the n? Natural number. When n is equals to 1, we will get a first shell and named as a K shell. Its capacity is 2. When n is equals to 2, it is a L shell. Its capacity is 8. When n is equals to 3, we will get the M shell. Its capacity 18. When n is equals to 4, its the N shell. Capacity is 32. And to next class, we will discuss about how they are arranged in shells and subshells by following the three rules. Clear? And let me remind you about your class works and projects and activity. We have finished our essay 1. So now please children concentrate in completing your class works and project. If it is completed, submit in the school so that we can correct and allow the internal marks. Okay, go through the lesson. Those who are having textbook, open that, read what is inside the atom. 9th lesson. 8th lesson is deleted from the topic. So I am not teaching 8th lesson. Okay, clear? Thank you much.